On July 8th, floodwaters surged through Sallisaw while kids and staff were still inside of the Boys and Girls Club.
And then all of a sudden it just rushed in.
Months later, the club is still feeling the impact, now operating out of one shared space, serving nearly 50 kids a day.
Well, we've had to move our administrative offices over here, so that took away one of the classrooms from the kids. Plus, they no longer can use that building, which was their media center, their game room, their computer lab.
But the community is stepping up. A town-wide effort is helping the club reach its $3 million fundraising goal for a new building, with just over $650,000 left to go for Phase 1.
I would like to break ground before the 1st of December, but I don't think that's a possibility. Especially really before Christmas at the latest.
The new 15,300 square foot facility, built in partnership with Sallisaw Schools, will replace what was lost and bring even more opportunities for kids.
The kids are so excited that we're going to get to have a gym where they can play inside and play different games, and it'll be a lot more fun than playing out on the concrete.
For the club and the community, breaking ground can't come soon enough.
We're not babysitters. I mean, we actually run programs and help the kids with their homework and with life skills and things like that. So the parents really rely on us to help them.
The CEO says if they do not have the building mostly completed by June, they will not be able to operate their summer programming, where they serve on average around 100 to 125 kids a day. Back to you.
Thanks, Emily. Well, developing this morning, a deadly plane crash in Louisville, Kentucky is under investigation.
At least 7 people were killed and several others injured when a UPS plane went down on Tuesday evening. The plane took off from the Muhammad Ali Airport, the left wing on fire within seconds. Then the cargo flight crashed, erupting into flames. Authorities say 3 crew members were on board. The explosion setting multiple nearby buildings on fire. Kentucky's governor confirmed that there were 38,000 gallons of fuel on board the plane, which was set to carry from Kentucky to Hawaii.
There was no specifically hazardous cargo on board of the plane that would create an environmental issue for those around the site, but the impact and where it impacted could create those types of situations.
The crash happened where a major UPS hub is located. The company says all sorting there would be put on hold Tuesday night. The National Transportation Safety Board will lead the investigation into what went wrong.
Well, today is the 36th day of the federal government shutdown. That makes this the longest such closure in U.S. history.
Now, some senators in both parties appear to be working together on a possible plan to reopen the government. Amy Kiley has more.
Fortunately, this nightmare is going to end for our federal employees and those that depend on SNAP.
As of today, the government shutdown is now the longest in U.S. history. Several senators are tentatively predicting it could end soon.
I'm optimistic that we should be able to get something done this week.
Multiple sources say a possible deal between senators is being negotiated. It involves some kind of stopgap funding bill and a promise to vote later on rising Obamacare subsidies. Some Democrats say that's not good enough for people facing skyrocketing health care costs.
We need to stand firm for the real interests of the American people.
But 2 sources say about a dozen Democratic senators have privately signaled an openness to such a plan. If Republicans agree, that would be enough votes for the chamber to pass the bill.
As the days roll by, the consequences and pain of the shutdown grow more severe for the American people.
I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
Well, here in Arkansas, more and more people are being directly affected by the shutdown, leading to more and more leaders and groups trying to help. Governor Sanders joined in the food distribution efforts at Helping Hand of Little Rock. Meanwhile, Arkansas Food Bank Director Brian Burton joined others in urging lawmakers in D.C. to end the shutdown before things get worse.
Bottom line for us is reopen the government, because when that happens, the floodgates of resources and our tax dollars are flowing. We're pleading and praying that the government will reopen soon.
With furloughs expected at county health centers and lower SNAP benefits going out, leaders at DHS will update state lawmakers on the shutdown plans tomorrow. Well, here at home, Benton County is hosting a food drive today. They're partnering with the organization Bo's Blessings to help local veterans and the Northwest Arkansas Food Bank. You can donate non-perishable items from 9 to 6 outside the county office in Rogers. Foods needed include canned vegetables, rice, pasta, and cereal. You can also drop off donations at 3 different county offices in Bentonville through Friday.
Well, continuing coverage this morning, we've been telling you about the incoming budget cuts that will impact child care providers across Arkansas. The Secretary of Education says he will implement new reimbursement rates for child care providers following recommendations from an emergency task force meeting last week. Education Secretary Jacob Oliva told lawmakers the state ed department will no longer go with a proposed flat rate plan. Some providers said that would be catastrophic. Instead, the new plan will keep the tiered system, which provides funding to providers who give more quality care.
Reviewed budget, they reviewed the proposed plans and made a commitment to seek some of the stakeholders' feedback to say maybe they have some better ideas, maybe they have some different strategies. We're willing to make sure we get this right. It's an unfortunate situation. We still have a lot of work to do.
Oliva says the state will hold off on changes to co-pays for parents. On October 1st, the department required parents above the federal poverty level to start making co-pays for childcare.